So, like, during this Nuzlocke, well, I named my Pokemon after. I named them after commenters who leave comments. And there have been times in the past where I have ran out of comments. I have not had any new comments that week, and I've had to go back to, like, realistic Yu-Gi-Oh! 2 to get more comments. And anyway, I don't think I'm going to be having this problem for a while because I got more than 150 comments on that Homestuck video. Just comments for fucking days. Like, that's the wrong tab. Hold on. That's an interesting comment. I've got enough comments that I can be picky and only do the ones that are interesting enough to talk about. Let's say Needhog. It had good character interactions, referring to my feelings on She's Back, which is the comic's last real chapter. It had good character interactions, but it was just character interactions. Yeah, She's Back. She's Back is like 800 pages. It's longer than like fucking Act 4 or Act 5-1. It is a very long chapter, and it is just characters talking and like resolving their arcs, and not all of them even get their arcs resolved. I mean, like, we got some good stuff for like Dave and Terezi and Rose and Roxy, but like Jake doesn't get really much of anything. Carcat felt unsatisfied with, but anyway, the bulk of that comment. Oh my god. Oh my god. We need to take a moment to mourn. I set this up so long ago and I've just been waiting week after week. Henry Kissinger is dead. And I am sad now. A phrase that no one else will ever say in history. Salutations to you, Kissinger. Pretty sure you weren't actually named after someone named after the war criminal, but you were a good Actually, no, it fucking wasn't. That Machoke barely did anything the whole run other than be trained up to die. I'm not sad that Henry Kissinger is dead. Something a lot of people are going to say eventually. Anyway, let's get back to the comment. The bulk of Needhog's comment, or Needhog, I don't know how that's pronounced, is to suggest that a lot of Homestuck the comment is unsatisfying on purpose, or at the very least, Hussey is aware of the unsatisfying nature and tries to pass it off as something on purpose. Yeah, that is a thing to talk. I'm just going to use some fucking repels. A thing to talk about when it regards to Homestuck, which I've been talking about nonstop for like a month on these Nuzlocke vlogs. Homestuck is unsatisfying on purpose sometimes. Like, there's a lot of like anticlimaxes and bathos in Homestuck, but it is a comic that does sometimes try to have satisfying moments. Let's let Abominatrix fight Zapdos. Like, there are some really fucking satisfying moments in Homestuck. Like, look at all of Cascade. Like, Homestuck is satisfying when it wants to. And when it's unsatisfying... It's more than just the comic is unsatisfying sometimes. Homestuck is sometimes, like, stylistic stuck. Like, whoa, the art style went bad for a few pages as a joke. And maybe... I don't buy it. I do not buy that the reason there's just terrible pacing and some of the character arcs get shafted so much later in Homestuck is because it's deliberately bad. No, I'm not going to believe that. I think that's just, I don't know what I think about that. But yeah, Homestuck is unsatisfying a lot, and that is a very interesting comment. And if I get another comment, I will do the reply to that comment. Yeah. Okay, so what have I been up to? Just kind of like going about my life, honestly. It has not been a busy week for me. It's been nice to have that Homestuck video essay done and just be able to have that relax. And I am glad about the response that I got. It's at like 10,000 views right now. That is about as much as the original. That is more than the original had a week ago. The original got a few hundred extra views and is still in the lead, but God, everyone and their mother, and by that I mean like 10,000 people, but a lot of people like the Homestuck video. Time to lay Henry Kissinger to death and select a replacement for him. Okay, put him in hell where he belongs. Actually, that reminds me of a thing I sort of realized today, because... hold on. Could I do a Kadabra? It would be cool to do a Kadabra. Okay, so let's think. What is my team's problem? My team's problem is that Ninetales is really cool and oh, wait, you don't have... I know this is interesting. I'm just going to do the Hitmonlee because it's fixes that fighting type hole, and also I'm going to... I would do the Fearow, but don't need two normal types. I don't know. A thing I realized about Homestuck, the God tier, because I saw like I saw some great fan art of John's revival, which I just love how that looks visually. John coming back to life after being stabbed by Jack Noir. It looks amazing. I've realized that... Did that plot point really amount to anything, that gods can only die under certain circumstances? Because John's the only one who ever revives. Like, because all the other deaths are heroic or just, or deservedly just in the case of the circuits, and bullshit that was not just in the case of Jane and Jade. And then, like, Dave dies saving Jade, Jake dies saving Jane. Yeah. What did that amount to? I don't... Like, even John, John dying at Jack's hands, it's a cool scene, but it's not, like, a super major thing. Like, yeah, that didn't really go anywhere. A lot of things in Homestuck don't go anywhere. Anyway, I've talked about Homestuck enough, and we'll probably talk about again sometime soon. Besides for in a year from now, when I will have to make that Homestuck Epilogues video essay. I saw a comment, God, I don't remember the name. I can just look up the name of that commenter, or I could actually pull them on screen. Hold on. Let me just Control F Dread. Why is that not coming up when I... This is very interesting visually. Okay, I can't find that comment, but there was a comment that said, I talked about, like, how Homestuck has this ever-present sense of dread, and that's fitting because you have to read the epilogues. There is dread over you, and there is. Like, I have not read the Homestuck epilogues. I don't know why I didn't read them when they came out, but, like, asked a friend of mine who was a Homestuck fan who had read them, and they're like, nah, it's not great. And, like, No! I spent all my money on that Shadow Ball! I'm broke now! Also, I'm gonna have trouble with the boss, but I'm broke now! Ugh. I was gonna say that, you know, this has been a great Nuzlocke. I've lost barely any Pokemon. I've got a solid team, and then it fucking outspeeds me and uses Destiny Bond? That's not fair! Oh. And I guess that counts as a heroic death or something, because it's in battle, or maybe just because Abominatrix was killing. I don't know, this joke is dumb. I'm going to go get me a Fearow. I have a Fearow somewhere in that box. There's been my pseudo, I've been using it to fly. It's a decent level, so I'm going to grab the Fearow. Yay, you got promoted. Shameful. You're shameful. Look at my Pokemon. All the ones I've lost. They had names. There was Abominatrix and Kissinger and Promisum, and I have no fucking clue. Kato and BK were their names. Oh, Rossberry. I'll give it back in case my fire type that is immune to being burned gets burned. I don't know. Let's do this. Yeah, start training you up. What do you have? Quick Claw. I'm gonna give you leftovers instead. Whatever. Losing all my Pokemon. So what else have I been up to? I started playing a new video game. Briefly last weekend. Got a few hours in. Is this video game called... Is it 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim? It's some fucking Atlas game about time travel and giant mechas. Wait, hold on. I know how this puzzle works. I just forget how it works. I have to get to... Not you. Not you. It's you. And then... No, never mind. It's you, and then... Or is it? So anyway, I've been playing 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, which is one of those titles that it's either going to be best game ever, going to change your life, or it's going to be just fucking stupid game. And it's both. Or maybe not the first one, but maybe. I'm giving it a shot. So it's a game, it's a bunch of... It's 13 different characters with their own stories, all interconnected, and being told out of order chronologically, and they're just time travel. And man, I have no fucking clue what's going on in this game. Like, a lot of games, like, I like this sort of subgenre of games. Like, I fucking love Zero Escape, where they slowly build you up to this overcomplicated, interconnected... Am I gonna lose another Pokemon? No. Interconnected, sort of time travel story. And this game has the brilliant idea of, well, what if we don't build up? Let's just, from the moment, give you all of this, just so much information. More information than you can consider. 13 playable characters. Also, I haven't talked about the gameplay, because it's split between visual novel stuff and, like, a strategy mech game? Question mark? And those sections feel disconnected, but I don't know. Maybe it will be really good once I uncover a lot of the story, but it hasn't admittedly grabbed me so far. Also, very, very interesting game development choice to have one of your main characters be like a fucking fascist. Like one of the playable characters in this game is a Japanese soldier from World War II, and right off the bat, my thought is, well, you may be thinking, well, maybe he's not. No. He very specifically says, if I can get my hands on this giant mecha, I can use it to make sure the mainland war, like the invasion of Korea, is successful. Don't fucking say that. That's a fucked up thing to say. I will use time travel to make sure the Japanese Empire wins the war and survives to the modern day. Don't fucking do that, man. Oh... Maybe it'll be a game where he learns to get over that shit, but I have a feeling it might end up being a game where, yeah, he's just kind of vaguely fascist throughout all of it. Yeah. Whatever. I also, I started playing that. I bought that game because it was on sale as a reward to myself for getting the Homestuck video essay done on time. I gotta reward myself. Yeah. But anyway, I finished up Persona 5 because I hadn't really finished up the epilogue stuff of that, the royal added chapter, and I played through it, and yeah, that was good. I really enjoyed the epilogue to that. It became a lot of, towards the end, it just dissolves into, whoa, let's give you a bunch of dates and a bunch of, scenes with the main cast, and it's just pure fan service. Or not fan service in the way Persona 5 normally is fan service, in the way is, hey, you like these characters, so we're going to just give a bunch of fluff scenes with them being friends. And it's fine, although it's dragged out. But this sort of third semester, I think that's what the official name is, it does have a better villain than the base game, an actual well-written, interesting villain who forces the main characters to make complex moral choices. I enjoyed that epilogue. Yeah. Okay. And let's just get done with this dungeon quickly. Take out Blaine. And then, honestly, it should... This is a very slow Nuzlocke because I'm only doing a part a week. Wow, John Joe didn't have those stats yet? I don't know. Okay, just let me adjust my music I listen to. Oh wait, you're very underleveled, Nazuna. But you beat anyway, and have thus earned the right to survive throughout this game. Unless you die now. I'm not a helicopter parent. You did it to yourself, Nazana. Let's see. That shouldn't remind me because it's unrelated other than being Japanese, and a lot of the stuff I've been talking about have been... actually, no, never mind. Nazana and Nausicaa, that's why it popped into my head. So I watched a very good movie called Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. It's a Studio Ghibli film directed by Miyazaki, and it's very good. And do you ever... I'm not saying this is a bad thing. Do you ever watch a movie and like, yeah, I can tell this is by the same guys who made that other thing? Like, just, anti-war environmentalist message with a bunch of, like, fucking flying scenes, and just, yeah, this sure is a Miyazaki film. And I'm not complaining, it was a great movie. I'm just like, yeah, I can notice there are trends. And what I really enjoy about that film, it is, I will admit that I am very predictable and easily swayed by things, but I just love the sort of trope you see sometimes where kindness is a strength, where the solution to, like, war is not being even worse than your enemies and, like, doing whatever you can to live. Where the solution is being unflinching in your dedication to kindness, refusing to be made cruel, and then, like, that helping, that saving people, because, like, in that movie, like, Nausicaa's, like, kindness, like, sways people to her side. It's how she's able to be this great hero figure. Like, two sides in this war, she saves people from both of them, and they ally with her. It's just such a fucking good movie, and the animation's good. I need to watch more Studio Ghibli movies. I've only seen a few, but there is a thing. They're too good. They're too good to, like, sit down and watch, because it isn't, like, popcorn entertainment. I can watch it while it's working. I need to fully invest, because this deserves that investment. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to catch another Pokemon in this video, so I'm going to go back to that. Respectable username is the name of this replier. Doesn't get Pokemon, but sorry. Replier to that Nidhogg commenter earlier. This was such a huge theme of Homestuck in my eyes before the part was even written. Reading it was meant to be a fight against it. And that's interesting. I'm going to put a pin in that. It's being antagonistic on purpose. And seeing it that way made me love so many of the things complained about here. Though the lack of character development always hurt and made me yearn for more, I simply coped by making so many headcanons with my homings. By the way, the reason I'm kind of struggling to read this is because I'm not actually looking at the comment. I'm looking, while playing the game, I'm looking at a very small version in my OBS window in the corner of my screen. Anyway. So, the pacing starting in Act 6 made me want to eat glass. Oh yeah. So I read till, I don't know, a few ways into Act 6, then I skipped a portion to eat a peek ahead, then just, don't do that. Started reading Act 6 out of order because I want to catch up. I need to, don't do that, needless. Okay. Vibes of Act 4 in the Midnight Crew intermission and Act 5 even, but in a different way. Here's what I'm going to say to that. The story of Homestuck is antagonistic. That is very fucking true. At one point, the comic just becomes really bad for a while. I'm talking about the Cowlborn pages. I'm not talking about the Hussies running gang better. Like, comic becomes bad art and just stupid for a while because the comic's meant to be antagonistic and you're fighting against it. And, like, just the constant death of characters. It makes the comic feel oppressive and antagonistic. And honestly, that is interesting, but I feel like I've already figured out. I haven't read Homestuck 2 or the epilogues. I know what my thesis of that third video is going to be. It's going to be, and I touched on it a bit in this last one, it's going to be, I appreciate the weird meta shit in Homestuck. It makes it unique and interesting. It's interesting for a comic to be antagonistic to the reader. But at the end of the day, being weird is not a synonym for being good. Did I seriously give it a protein instead of giving it a protein? That was dumb. Anyway, go to your grave. Everyone's fucking dying today. This is my game over. This is my Homestuck / game over. Just, oh, it all comes together. See, this was intentional. I'm using Comedy Cool, I guess. I'm gonna give it the experience share, and then I'm gonna go fight Blaine, which should be easy because Blaine is the easiest gym leader in the game. I'm gonna put Okul out front, and I'm gonna go fight Blaine. And you know, I could do the quiz, but also I can just fight the trainers for experience and break my way free. See, this is what smart trainers do. They blunt force their ways through intelligence tests and refuse to be made look dumb. Huh, you can't beat my stupidity, 'cause I grinded. Okay. Super nerd. Fucking super nerd. What, does he, like, make videos where he plays Pokemon games, doing Nuzlocke while talking about the themes of the comic Homestuck? What a fucking nerd. You're fucking nerd. Okay. Honestly, Okul is a bit weak for this. Having a bit of trouble. But it's fine. I have reached with my new recruits in this Nuzlocke, like, not with my Venusaur and Nidoqueen, because they've been with me for a very, very long time. But with the other Pokemon, either they prove themselves by being great in a gym battle, or I don't care if they die. I am a great Pokemon trainer. No shit, the Pokemon theme, like, turned on in my music playlist as I am saying I'm a great Pokemon player. That's a coincidence. Or is it, like, quantum simultaneous was the term from Homestuck for, like, the two fights against Jack Noir. The, like, I don't remember. Like, where that would have been a good joke fitting with the Homestuck references if I had remembered what the comic calls when two things are happening at different points in alternate universes, but also the same point within the comic because they're narratively similar, whatever. And I said I was going to be, like, abusive to my Pokemon and kill them, but I changed my mind because I've lost enough. Okay, let's go up to heal, and then I'll take out Blaine, and then next time I'll kill a Moltres. Psybeam sucks. Wait a minute. I just deleted my only good attacking move on my Kadabra! Because I thought it was my Electrode that leveled up, because Electrode also learns Reflect, but for some reason I didn't question why does my Electrode know Psybeam? I'm not smart sometimes, is what you need to understand. Anyway, let's just beat the shit out of Blaine, stupid bald old man. Look at me! I'll look like fucking Master Roshi, but, like, not a creep. I don't fucking know. Or does he have a beard? No, he just has a mustache. And now he has a dead dog. And now he has a dead horse. And now he has another dead horse. And now he has a dead dog. And now I'm going to switch out to my ultimate weapon, Phison, the Nidoqueen. And when I land this killing blow, I was going to say it would end, but A, I got cut off, and B, it wasn't a killing blow. Okay. Oh, come on, just hit with strength so I can end the video. Thank you.